Welcome to Bank to Binaries ahead of the week report, covering the world's major trading events to help event traders like you prepare your investment calendar. Let's review the main asset trends from last week. The euro was down after the Eurozone CPI came in lower than expected and the bloc fell back into deflation. The USD was up as investors favoured the better consumer spending results from the US economy. The GBP was down with the Brexit vote just 1 month away. Negative sentiment continues to gather steam. Gold was down as the USD rose and investor hopes that the Federal Reserve has more reasons to hike interest rates. Oil was up nearing 50 USD per barrel and expectations that US stockpiles will continue trending downwards. Stay tuned for our trading tip later in the clip. The USD once again is on the rise, and this week the focus remains on one of the world's most popular trading assets. On Friday, the US releases the preliminary reading of its first quarter GDP results, so there's likely to be some volatility for the USD. Starting on Monday the 23rd though, the euro takes centre stage because of the release of markets manufacturing PMI for May at 0,800. The mediocre level of 51.7 last time around is the result to beat, or could it be a beating for the EU's currency? If the results are worse than expected, the euro could suffer more declines. Tuesday the 24th brings more trading opportunities on the euro with the announcement of the ZEW Economic Sentiment Survey for May at 0,900. Previously at the relatively low level of 21.5. There could be more pain for the euro if this benchmark shows any more signs of weakness. The CAD is in the spotlight at 1400 on Wednesday the 25th when the Bank of Canada releases its interest rate decision. Will there be a move from the current level of 0.5%? Like the Federal Reserve, the Bank of Canada is staying dovish for the time being, but investors are still seeking clues about its outlook on the Canadian economy. The last 2 trading days of the week are all about the USD. On Thursday the 26th, the US releases durable goods orders for April, last seen at the level of 0.8%. Where will they go from there? As usual, if the results are better or worse than expected, the USD will feel the effects. On Friday the 27th, the US GDP results for the first quarter release at 12:30, last reported at the level of 0.7%. The pressure remains on the USD as traders take in the latest results from the world's largest economy. Now on to our trading tip based on your frequently asked questions. How do we know the level of the worldwide crude oil supply? There are constant headlines in the worldwide media about the crude oil supply and demand, but what are the sources for this information? There are 2 main sources. Every month OPEC publishes a report called the MOMR, covering the key issues affecting the world oil market. The US Energy Information Administration is the key source for updates on crude oil supply and demand. The EIA releases a weekly report on US supplies, which is considered to be the key insight into the crude oil market in North America. Remember to follow us on Facebook for daily updates and expert articles about the international markets. Follow us on Twitter by searching for #TraderTip and check our economic calendar for more events. Thanks for watching. See you next week.